Moki gbogbo wa pé akaro níbi tí a bá ti láǹfààní àti máa gbọ́ wa as we continue with our self-determination campaign, as we continue to enlighten and educate more Nigerians to the reason why we should not be involved in that contraction of what we call the 1914 amalgamation. A lot of people say that Yoruba no kan. I totally disagree with that, and we continue to say that is not going to make Nigeria a better country. You're just going to waste your time. It has always been a selection, and it will continue to be a selection. That is why we are saying, let us not be involved in their own contraction 2023. We must demand for a full referendum to opt out of Nigeria. Nigeria was never a country until 1914 when the British government decided to merge us together. Tabandaruko Lugard. Lugard was just working on behalf of Her Royal Majesty the Queen and the government of the British during 1914. So wherever you are going around the world and you're calling yourself Nigeria, that was the name that was created on your behalf. Kunshenti and Babanlawa. Gbogbo àwọn ọba yẹn ló mọ̀. Ẹ má rò pé gbogbo àwọn ọba yẹn ò mọ̀ pé o. Gbogbo wọn ló mọ̀ pé a kì í ṣe Nigeria lótìtọ́ lódodo. But because they've been able to move that this name Nigeria, so for them now it's very difficult to start to change the process. That is why they will disagree. And you know, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa bá Nigeria lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Mo rí kan náà àwọn ọba wa fẹ́yìn tẹ́ bá ń lọ sórí Instagram. I don't have to mention their names here. You know, ó lọ sí Sokoto. Àwọn ní Nigeria máa ka kíní ẹ̀ díẹ̀. And at the end of the day, you realize that, you know, we can never be who we are as Yoruba people. Yoruba ni wa. What happened?
My husband taking.
Okay, I'm coming. Ìran Yoruba ni wa, a kì í ṣe Hausa, a kì í ṣe Igbo, a kì í ṣe Ṣẹ̀kírì. Yoruba ni wa, gbogbo wọn ló mọ̀. But àwọn fẹ́ ká keep Nigeria as long as we want. But táwa bá sọ pé a fẹ́ Nigeria mọ́, but it has to be collectively. Gbogbo wa la láti sọ pé a fẹ́ Nigeria mọ́. Not just one people. But their thinking is about politics, is about this APC, PDP, Amala politics, Ewedu politics, tó ń ṣe ní Nigeria. Tó yẹ pé wọ́n ṣàṣìra wọn nísìn, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi ìbọn léra wọn lórí. Everybody ló mọ̀, gbogbo yín tẹ́ ń wò mí pátápátá lẹ mọ̀ pé election, ìjọ́ tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe pé wọ́n ń ṣe election ní Nigeria. Kódà yàtọ̀ sí Temke Abiola ta lè sọ pé àlàáfíà wà nínú ẹ̀ díẹ̀. Láti 1999, gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ gómìnà yín títí di wákàtí, ìwọ náà playback kò béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé ṣé election ló ń ṣe yẹn ṣá? Mo ń bọ̀ náà.
Ṣó wá sùn ọmọ máde ọmọ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kó jáwọ́ ní. Àwọn àgbààgbà ikọ̀ wọn kò tíra, ó lọ sí wa kó wà láyé rẹ̀ lọ. Ó máa ṣe òre, kò máa gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀. Bàbá mi ègbọ́dọ̀ wọ́n láwùjọ.
Èmi kí ẹ mo yàn. Akíkanjú èèyàn ni. Tó bá sọ pé akíkanjú ni ti Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho Òòṣà. Akíkanjú èèyàn ni. And we will always continue, you know, to say thank you to him for standing strong. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹlòmíì nísìn, a ní ṣebí wọ́n ti mú síbẹ̀, ibẹ̀ ló máa wà tá máa fi ṣe 2023. Ẹ lọ gbọ́ analysis tí mo ṣe lálẹ́ àná. I don't have to go back into that. But tó bá farabalẹ̀, tó bá gbọ́ èyí tí mo sọ lánàá, wàá mọ̀ pé ṣé wọ́n máa fi Ìgbòho síbẹ̀ yẹn títí di 2023 àti Nnamdi Kanu ẹ wá ní fẹ́ lọ ṣe election. We will wait and see. I'll dúró títí dìgbà yẹn náà.
Sunday, ẹyẹ tó máa
Obaleje Ebanoje. Sherry, Taba sọ pé Nigeria kì í ṣe ìlú. A lot of Nigerians know that Nigeria is not a country. But we have lived inside this bubble for almost 100 years. Bubble in Nigeria. On bubble by. So, wako gbogbo wa sínú ẹ̀, right? But the little that I've been able to explore, Toba sọ pé explore, àwọn tó ti jáde, those that have left Nigeria, and they've been able to know that something seems not to be right. But the first question we need to be asking those that are saying that 2023 is the game changer is, what is 2023? What is the 2023? Don't pariwo. What is the 2023? T1 pariwo. What is the 2023? 2023 is just, Cherry, when you go for 2023, what you're doing is you renew the 4 years of more of the politician to make your life miserable, to make your life something that you would eventually have to start asking yourself, Inje awa loju ọ̀nà? Because the reason why so many Nigerians are not making it today is we are inside a system that was designed in 1914 not to work. The British government purposely made that not to work. No, everybody knows that. You might decide not to be hearing this about the British government, but people say, let's leave the British government alone out of this. No, no more. Out now. A lot of people might be telling you that the British government, has nothing to do with this anymore. It is entirely up to us to determine our fate. And which is what we are doing now. We are asking the question the same way the British citizens did when they wanted to leave European Union. They left European Union because kò favor wọn mọ́. One thing kan bá favor yan, all you need to do is then start asking the question, why should we be part of European Union? That was why many of the British citizens started demanding for a referendum to opt out of European Union. Ironically, they started a project together. If you are not aware, the British government started the project of what we called this European Union. But eventually, they decided that at some point, àwọn ìlú kan wà tó ń wá sọ́dọ̀ wọn, wọ́n ń jẹ ìgbádùn. You know, some of these Eastern Europe countries, some of them are so poor, wretched poor. But because they can move around in what we call the European Union Treaty. So that means somebody coming from Latvia can easily, without no visa, get on a vehicle and drive all the way from Latvia, even with his driver license, and drive into United Kingdom. Egbomidada, somebody from, I'm trying to remember some of these European countries, some of the ones that are not doing very well. Don't think that all the European countries are doing very well. They are not doing very well. Some of them also have catastrophe of wahala. Now, any one of them would easily, only for them, London is, I know, because Batimoni shop, a lot of them were coming into this country. They were enjoying the benefit of this country more than me and you stupid person talking about one Nigeria. Some of these Eastern Bloc countries that are part of the EU, when they came here, they were enjoying the benefit much more better than you that was colonized by the British government. You now, if you want to come to UK, you have to go to the embassy, apply for visa, then you look for fake accounts. That's even if you have enough money. Even if you have a legitimate business in Nigeria and you apply for a visa, there's tendency that that visa will be not given to you. Go and play with it. Close the door. So there is tendency to apply for visa to come to United Kingdom. You will not be given that visa. But the question then you should ask yourself is, but this is the country that colonize us. So we shouldn't even have any hiccup, any problem to come to this country. But not lie, you don't need. But somebody coming from any of these European country, then go to the UK exit. I'm just giving you the background of some of the pressure cooker that Britain was going through until they decided that, you know what, enough is enough. We can still work as a country with you, but we don't want to be part of the European Union. You know why? I witnessed some of these atrocity that most of these people were enjoying better than me as a country that was colonized by Great Britain. Egbomiye, sorry what on in Nigeria, you are backward because somebody that drives in from any of these Eastern Bloc, he doesn't need a visa. All he needs is Jaku moto. He goes inside, he drives it all the way into the port. Tobatide port. The entrance to come into UK. All he needs to show is just his driver license or his ID card to say, I'm a member of European Union. I don't see there. TV. And eventually, you know what happened? Welcome to Great Britain. And they will just drive in. And these, some of them are hardworking, but some of them are criminals. Pure criminals. Most of them were applying for their children's benefit. And some of their children were never living here. What? Some of them were applying for some of them were enjoying something that you as a country that was colonized by Britain, those countries enjoy far better than you and your family at home. But you are the one keeping the vision of this country. Because the more you are saying you are one Nigeria, you are keeping a vision that was put together by Lugard and that was stamped by this country. Because if Lugard had that vision to say, I'm going to join Nigeria together in 1914 so that they can become one. And again, it was for the economic gain of Great Britain. They were literally losing money. One lose owo in the northern part of the country then. Because the North was not providing anything for them to collect tax. They were making money in the South because we have the River Rhine. They were making money from the Southeast, but they were never making money in the North. And then Lugard thought about, he was not in Nigeria before. Otishe, governor administrator in India, and they moved him to Nigeria. And he thought, why should we be wasting our time? Why should the government that needs money, the British government were literally making more money out of us back into the system. So what they do is they were moving things, they were, material things, whatever they can move, and people were paying tax. And those money were coming back to this country. But they were not making money from the North. They were not making any money from the North. And at some point, they started having what they called a project. It was not even Lugard that started that project. There's a guy called Goldie. Goldie started the project as well. But okay, if we're not making money from this country, why should we, continue, to stress ourselves? Then in 1914, they decided it was time to merge what they call the amalgamation. And that is why you're a Nigerian today. Idiot. I'm a true proud Nigerian. Everybody was saying that at some point, but we are not real Nigerians. That name Nigeria is fake. It doesn't matter whether you agree or disagree. It doesn't matter your perspective. It is fake. Fake. But majority of the Nigerians today, quote and unquote, think that, okay, fine, if they've given us the name, let's keep it. Let's maintain it. But yes, some people wanted that maintenance. Some tribe wanted to keep it. And what Eya Kon, Tankpe ni Eya Yoruba, Eya Igbo, àtàwọn ẹ̀yà míì, we have about almost 250 ethnic groups. Do you know what I mean? That means èdè tí mò ń sọ yìí, èdè yìí, we have people speaking different languages. But the people that put us together, they were not interested in, whether we are one. And eventually, they merged us together. Fine, in 1914. Then they started discussing, imagine 1914 to 1960 was like another 3 decades before they gave us independence. After they've done slavery for over years. After slavery, they thought, okay, slavery is not working anymore because people were complaining and blah, blah, blah. They pull out from the slavery. They gave us amalgamation, 1914. Then after the 1914, you would thought that, okay, let us be. No, they were not interested in that as well. They started backing the northern part of the country. Evidence base is there. Harold Wilson told us that the British government decided to back against Awolowo and the other ethnic groups so that the North, that is not even ready to live, to be on their own, the North was never interested to be part of that project called Nigeria. There's been a lot of mistakes, and those mistakes must be rectified during this generation. It doesn't matter what the international community thinks about Nigeria. What matters is what the indigenous people think about Nigeria. America cannot tell us what we think about Nigeria. Britain cannot tell us what we think about Nigeria. France, Germany, India, Pakistan, China. It doesn't matter whether they are thinking that Nigeria, for them, should be Nigeria. No, it's about the indigenous people. Do you know what they call the indigenous people? Because we don't, look, it doesn't matter whether you have British passport, American passport, you live outside the country. You don't own that land. That land does not belong to you. Land does not belong to me. We are just ajoji. We are just immigrants that moves around and eventually found ourselves here for one reason or the other. But the one that we own is now being controlled with a different name called Nigeria. And what we are saying is, okay, people wanted to fix Nigeria. But at the back end, in 1957-58, we didn't realize that while they were having all this meeting in Lancaster House, just very close to the Buckingham Palace, it's just about under half an hour, 45 minutes from me. They had a different intention during that meeting. They never told Nigerians that were representing, the people that were representing their ethnic groups, like the Awolowo, and all that. I'm sure you know all those names, but I'll keep to my own, which is Awolowo. Well, so far, we will back the North when you go for election that will determine your independence in 1960. So Awolowo came back. Oh, we've negotiated our way out. We will have independence. We will be free. But what Awolowo and the rest did not understand is the British was, one soup is saying, well, I want not pay intermarché pay. I'm not pay ni North. All these numbers that they tell you that they have the highest number in the North, it's all mirage and illusion. It's fraud. They never had the numbers. So if anybody today is telling you, hey, Kanu, they have the big population, it was done as far back as 1959. So, Kanu, the election is always high number in the North. It has been like that since 1959. You know why? Because the British government made it so. The British government was the one that inflated that numbers. And that number is what they're still using up to date. Number ton lo ni jono long in 1959 to hop it up that ilẹ̀ Hausa àwọn ló pọ̀ ju ilẹ̀ tó kù lọ. Nígbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ campaign before the 1960 election. Àwọn Awólọ́wọ̀ lọ sí North. Wọ́n rí yàn ní North. Èrò pọ̀ l'Enugu, èrò pọ̀ ní Ìbàdàn. Eventually, The British government were counting the vote. And you know what happened? Eventually, power was given to the North. Because one mock we Awolowo ni opolo to po. Just the same way we are all now. Bubawa Yoruba. Look, every one of us have our own different talent. Whether you can speak, whether you can write, whether you're a mathematician, whether you're a chemical engineer, whether you're a physical engineer, whatever, whether you're a plumber, whether you're an electrician, gbogbo wa la ni skills tí Elédùmarè fún wa. Skills tèmi ní òun lèmi ń lò yìí. Ẹlòmíì ní skills tó ju tèmi lọ. But the thing is, Awolowo knew so much that the British government were never going to back them at all. So, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní university tó ń gbọ́ mi ní Nigeria, and you keep saying you're a proud Nigerian, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, ní ìmọ̀ tó ń sọ rárá. You, in secondary school, you are saying I'm a proud Nigerian because for you, that is what they've been presenting to you for a very long time, just the same way they were presenting to us that Mungo Park founded River Niger. But along the line, we knew it was fraud. Mungo Park never founded River Niger. No, Unkolo founded. But a lot of Nigerians up to date could not understand that it was not Mungo Park that founded River Niger. River Niger has been in existence. Mungo Park. It has been there. But what the Oyinbos, I don't want to use the English name of that Oyinbo. So tiba sọ pé Oyinbo ẹ ti ma tí mò ń sọ. In táwọn Oyinbo ṣe ni pé they started changing records. Gbogbo record tí àwa lè play back nísìn. They burnt down palaces. And you know those palaces should have been our record. Because, and we still have that. Ẹ lọ sí àwọn one pè bí kan ní I can't remember the cities in a Wuro or something like that. They found skulls that we have been in existence thousands of years. But what everybody is playing out now, the gallery they are playing to Nigerian is, fair enough, we know all these. Let's let's continue with Nigeria. A Nigeria that is now being marginalized. A Nigeria that is not working for any Nigerians as I speak to you today. A Nigeria rather, that has become a death trap for everyone. A Nigeria that failed its people. That is what they want you to keep. It's got nothing to do with the Buhari administration. It's got nothing to do with the PDP. It's all got to do with all the lies that everybody has been cooked and told. It's like a raw meat. Until you cook the meat, you have the taste. But some people prefer the raw meat. It is only when I got to this country I realized that they call something red meat. Uncook, half cook. And when you're not because I worked in the hospitality industry for 10 years. That baffled me for a very long time before I was able to understand that, well, that is their own way of life. They will call it uncooked meat. That is what Nigerians have been told. Every one of those that are still supporting one Nigeria, they're watching. But they don't understand why things are not working. They are still thinking about the 1990. Actually, the 1999 Constitution is just part of the game that was implemented in that project called Nigeria. Nigeria is a project. You can disagree with us. And Nigeria will continue to be a project that only the few other ethnic minority that was never part of the project Nigeria. The Fulani Caliphate was not part of us in the first place. But all of a sudden, the Fulani has now gained power. What north? All the governors that you're looking up there in the north, they are all Fulanis. So even the Hausas, they are all the same anyway. But even the outside that was part of the Project Nigeria is now being seconded. You know, they're at the back. So those of us that are now saying, we will keep Nigeria. We will fight and defend this land. Oh my God. I just laugh that you don't understand what you are saying. You are defending something that was created as an empire for their own survival. The colonial trade and the colonial masters created that root of what you call Nigeria. In Italian call it bistacca. You are trying to defend Nigeria. So rather than you reviewing everything, okay, those that are asking for self-determination, what is the genesis? Maybe you say you are an educated man. Maybe you say you be an educated person. Why not go and sit back and start asking the same question? Okay, how did we get to where we are that those that are asking for the breakup of Nigeria, is it their right to demand a breakup of Nigeria? Did they consult me before they put Nigeria together? They want to make a bicycle lane in my area. TFL, Transport for London, send me email for consultation to ask me, is that route okay? Vote yes or no. But look at you now. Proud Nigerians all over the world. Proud Nigerians inside that shit. The ones outside, I keep telling you, Sharon to Anita, telling you one Nigeria will be great. They don't come home. They probably come home for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maximum 4 weeks, and they're out again. And even if they live in Nigeria, they know that they have another kind of document that can wave them out quickly. Just look at the trend of all these your corrupt socialites. They call them socialites. I be socialite. They call them socialites. People like Dele Momodu, Alakija, give me their name. You saw every one of them. You see those carcass that went to Sokoto. I saw Oni of Ife went there as well. You see all those carcass that call them the socialite. They don't want a breakup of Nigeria because they want to continue to suppress the remaining ethnic group. Àwọn Yorùbá wà láàrin wọn, àwọn Igbo wà láàrin wọn, àwọn Shekiri wà láàrin wọn, Middle Belt wà láàrin wọn. But what they want is, let's keep the name Nigeria, and it doesn't matter whatever is inside. Let us manage it. You can see that man, Pastor Ruga, your vice president. You can see the way he talks about when you play football, the Igbo man passed the ball to the Yoruba man. The Hausa man scored the ball. Is that in reality? You ask yourself that question. Is that reality? Ask yourself that question. That the way they are presenting Nigeria to you, whether it's PDP, whether it's AFGA in the southeast, whether it's whatever in the north, whether it's PDP in Ibadan, Makinde, whether it's APC across the land, all they've done is they've created this flow, these lies. But my people are living in denial. And rather than review and ask questions, they are attacking those that are demanding answer from the fraudulent amalgamation that brought this union called Nigeria. We have become the threat and the wahala. But what you don't know is this ethnic group called the Fulanis, they are like the Taliban of Nigeria. You know Taliban? They sat back. They waited. All their energy. America was pumping billions of dollars into Afghanistan. Do you know that America was bringing in as far as Omitomu for their troops, all the way from wherever they can bring it, from Kuwait. The nearest borderline, they were bringing it to Afghanistan. They were pumping billions. And it was part of a corruption system as well. Anyway, but that's not where I'm going. But one day, the American thought they were fixing, protecting the other ethnic group inside Afghanistan. While the Taliban, some of them have run away. Some of them, their big band, were living in Qatar. And they were waiting. As they were living in Qatar, they were commanding people on the ground to continue to fight. Because one day, this country goes back to us. They have their own religion that they want to keep, which is not a problem. They can keep their religion. But at the end of the day, Americans, Britain, and all the other international community were chased out. Let's come back to Nigeria. If we don't break away from Nigeria and we keep Nigeria, one day the Fulanis will now have enough power to become the governor of Oyo State. I see you, my sister Modukbola. Welcome on board. One day, the Fulanis will become so strong, they will become the governor of Lagos State. Kwara is already gone. Oyo State, Ondo State, Ogun State. Rather than us asking our representatives, why do you want us to keep Nigeria? What is the purpose of this country called Nigeria? What is the purpose? What is the purpose of Nigeria? What is the vision of Nigeria? Why do we want to continue with Nigeria? All these are questions that you should be asking them. But rather, we have become the threat to you all. Asking and demanding that what was put together doesn't seem to work. That is the 1914. Let's come to 1999 Constitution. Do you think that that Constitution will be reviewed, will be amended, will be scrapped? It will have review, amended, scrap a new Constitution. This Constitution was put together on our behalf in 1999 by that old man, Abdusalam Abubakar, with his white beards, Barau. It goes like that. He's looking for peace accord. Whenever there's election, it's always the man that will go with his agbada and his glasses and his fila, and he's looking for peace accord. Because you know why? They don't want Nigeria to break. They don't want Nigeria to break because Nigeria is a big empire for them. Nigeria is a big empire that they want to keep, not because of you as a Yoruba man. No, it's got nothing to do with you. Let's say keep one Nigeria. It's because of their own next generation that is coming. You might not understand this. But in time, you will get to know when we are invaded and we are clear away from our land. Every one of us, add 100 years to our age. You watching me, I know how old I will be if I add 100 years. So after 100 years that we've left, I've worked it out. 100 years. Platform by, and those that will watch it later. Add 100 years. We're not going to be here forever. You think we'll be here forever? No. We're not going to be here forever. We're only here for a short period of time. But what happened after 100 years from today? Today is the 29th of January 2022. Just for record purpose. And the time is just coming up to 10:42 a.m. in London, where I'm reporting from. Some say, come on. Don't sit outside and be doing what you're doing. Come back home. I say, it doesn't make any difference. The question you should be asking is, who do you want to keep that empire for? Who are you trying to keep that empire called Nigeria for? 100 years from now, you know, we talk about the 100 years of amalgamation. To them then, they think that 100 years will be a very long years. Try this thing for 100 years. That's 1914. A lot of us were not been at 1914. I'm not sure whether we have people that are still alive from 1914 till now. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe some people were born in 1913. Some were born in 1914. And probably in 1914, how old would that be? 108, I guess, right? I'm sure we'll probably have, you know, some of our great-grandparents, some of you could probably be able to testify to that. That yes, I have my grandmother is 108, is 110. And people live long. Not this generation. You cannot live long, Konshekwe. It's the statistics that is say that an average Nigerian will live only 49 years old. Yeah, as you watch me now from Nigeria. All your lifespan, gbogbo ayé tó wà lára, gbogbo ayé tó mí, tó ń lọ, tó mí. You see this word? Sorry, me, tó ń lọ. Now, Nigeria, you'll be 49. After 49 years old, your chances you will die. 49 years old. But I met a woman in Abeokuta in Olumo Rock. I don't think whether she's still alive, but as of 2 years ago, when I traveled to Nigeria, when I visited Olumo Rock in 2019, just before that fraudulent election, I think she was 134. 134. These are the people that we can say, I've seen it all. But you that you are watching me, do you know that you are only going to spend 49 years old on this earth? It doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. But the world told me, based on their data, that is accurate. Because I can give you a lot of instances. Let's start. Delegiwa was killed before he was 40. Do you understand what that means? With a letter bomb. Babangida initiated that in 1986. Babangida sent a letter bomb to Delegiwa. So Delegiwa did not make it at 50. He died. Let's move forward a little bit. Tolulope Arotile was one out of so many brilliant, probably in Nigerian, that you can think of. You forgot about her. Yeah, it's so quick. There's so many people that died every day that you probably won't even remember the names. Tolulope Arotile, the first helicopter combat pilot. Do you understand what that means? Oh, you don't understand? She must be very good in maths. She must be very good intellectually. Eledumare lo fun, because she's a proud Yoruba woman. She died by a car reversed into her inside their military camp somewhere in Kaduna, because she must have known something. She never made it to 50 years old. Let's move forward. Belumi Onifade, during the NSARS, all he did was record a video on his phone. It became a threat to some individuals in Nigeria. And you know what happened? At 19 years old, doing the same thing I'm doing right now. If Belumi was living in this country, it's guaranteed people get sick. People go into depression and come back. People go through all kinds. Even if you have a fatal accident and you lose your brain, they will continue to make sure that you live that life until, even if your family say disconnect, they say, no, we are not going to let him die. Onifade Pelumi, he was only 19. He never made it to 50. He died as a journalist. You want me to go on again? The young, brilliant woman, a Yoruba woman, she called for help. The one that died in Ivory Coast. She called the Nigerian government for assistance. You know what ended her life? She was not even living in Nigeria. She was living in another African shithole country called Ivory Coast. They cooked lie against her. You know what happened? At 21, they brought back a dead body to Nigeria. You want me to go on? Do you want me to go on you then ask yourself, those around you, yes, somebody said Dr. Aborode, he probably lived a longer life because he was not in Nigeria for a very long time. Do you understand that as I live here now, where I don't get money, but I get peace of mind. I don't want to do rituals because I know, say, if I go out there, if I do the needful, I can get a job, my life can be better. As long as I can cut my coat according to my size. A lot of Nigerians now, they want to drive Mercedes, they want to drive Camry, but they don't know that there's no good road. So they're doing all kind of not things that we've never had before in our lifetime. Somebody, I mean, do you understand? Back then, girls would put their, their undies, their pants on the rails outside their veranda. They don't do that anymore. Even when girls, I'm sure some of you understand what I'm talking about. Some of your sisters, when they finish their, their period, they don't even take it to the bin anymore because there's another nasty guy outside going through the bin, is looking for the pad so that they can take the blood out of it. That is what Nigeria has done to some of you that wants to become rich, you want to be comfortable, you want to be known, you want to do the Instagram, take the picture, wear the Camry, wear the Gucci, do a picture like that, like that. It's good. But the thing is, the country called Nigeria is not giving you the opportunity. So you are now being forced to want to be long. Ofewa belong. That's why you are doing all this crap, nasty fraud all over the world. Hush Puppy will be sentenced and is going in for a very long time. I'm sure you know the guy, Hush Puppy. He was not in Nigeria, but he was doing that. Later on, we found out it's fraud. He's going to go in for a very long time. And you want to keep Nigeria. Do you understand what you are keeping? You are literally keeping the empire that belongs to somebody else. And for the fact that some indigenous group are now saying, okay, let us restructure this country. They started talking about restructuring for a very long time. Very, very long time. People were asking, let's restructure this country. The way this country is working is too sidelined. How can one tribe enjoy over the remaining tribe? They were not interested. Let me remind you again. Jumoke Oyeleke, she was killed with a straight bullet. People were killed in the NSAS. But the NSAS now, all the youth are now talking about, retweet, PVC, retweet. I just laugh. You want to retweet to go and get PVC and vote. And you think when you vote, for who do you want to vote for? Even if you vote for Showore, he can't change anything. Showore is my friend. I have his contact. We speak. Whether I watch this program or not. He cannot change anything. Even when Showore came and demanded your vote, what did you tell him? When Showore said, I will pay you 100,000 naira a month. Some of you say, look at Showore. You end up vote for Boo-Boo, dead or alive. It doesn't make any difference to me. Because as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't control the government. The government is being controlled from Sokoto. Showore Sopo ma son 100,000 naira if he becomes the president during his campaign. Some of you didn't even take him serious. I'm going to contest for your local government election. I'm contest for Chairman Showore. Who be you to come and tell him? Because Showore lives in America. He knows that for you to have a better life, you must also be paid a better wages. For you to have a better life, you must also have a good hospital. Tinubu now is in London. He will meet me. I'm going to go to his way at that house that I know. You're going to see me very soon. I'm not going to tell you when. But look at him now. He fly out here in London. Shegun Shoba. I hope that one is back. A former two-time governor of Ogun State came to London to do knee injury. Look at the previous politicians. Dead. The one that is still alive. They are all flying out of Nigeria just to get a better treatment. But there you go. All their followers, Abobakus, you will see them. Hey, don't talk about Tinubu like that. Hey, and I asked them, I hope you have a clean toilet in your house. Do you know what that means? To go to the toilet now, I don't have to go to the bushes. All I need to do is go upstairs, do the needful, water runs through, flush, and then I come out, I clean my hand. But some of you are even eating around the surrounding that will make you unwell. And when you become unwell, there's no public hospital to even treat it. Do you understand the catastrophe of the problems that we are trying to solve? Mo, pé búkà tó ti lọ ń jẹun yẹn, àwọn ọ̀yá tí wọ́n dáná yẹn, èmi náà ti jẹun níbẹ̀ rí. Mo pé wọ́n ní toilet tó dá. So eventually that amala that they are selling to you, there's tendency that the particles of the unhygiene society will end you in the hospital and you will not end up to become a 50-year-old man. So, people like our fathers, the Afenifere, they started pushing for something. We want to restructure this country. Other tribes, ethnic groups were, the other ethnic groups were pushing the same thing. Let us restructure this country. You know why they wanted to restructure? So that at least there will be a balance among every one of us that still want to be part of Nigeria. But they started playing what we can call the Maradona. They were playing Maradona. We will restructure. Just give us your vote. We will first and foremost, the first ever election in 1999 was a fraud because Obasanjo never saw the constitution. All he did was he was excited. They wanted him to become the president. They just pushed him there. Never read the constitution. And eventually when people started looking into that constitution, what's going on here? 68 exclusive lists, blah, blah, blah. People start analyzing it. And they realize that that constitution will not give us what we want. That constitution will make us backwards. They started challenging it. While they were challenging it, some people say, no, it's not the constitution. It's not the constitution. Let's hear from what Iwobodo told us. It's coming up in just about a few minutes. He said, I never saw that constitution even as the information, whatever minister.
I didn't know who was printing it. And my ministry was supposed to print it.
This is John Iwobodo speaking. He was meant to be the one for their department to print that constitution. He never saw it. But Nigerians are all over the world now, including those at home. They are more excited than Yoruba Lokon. They are more happy that whatever we are saying, they are saying, Konfejeki Yoruba ko se ni. But what they don't understand is they are still keeping the vision that has still been coming as far back as 1914. Let's hear more from this guy.
And Obasanjo was sworn on a constitution that had not been read by him.
Did you hear that?
And the National Assembly could not be constituted until 4 days after he swearing in because there was no clean copy of the constitution.
There was...
build on quicksand. The country cannot live on falsehood. The owners of the country, as represented by their leaders in the social, political, cultural groups that formed a desire to be one country.
And that is something that we need to understand. Some say we can have these problems is just leadership problem. Koiki leadership problem. Lani, by the time we have good leaders, all these issues that you are discussing on your platform, all these issues will be resolved in no time. All these issues will become very, very good. Just give me 1 minute. Let's continue with this. I'm coming. We'll open the phone line in just about a few minutes. Let's bear with me. ọ̀rọ̀ náà wọn náà àwa la fẹ́ dágúnlẹ̀. Wọ́n sọ òdodo tì àwọn àgbààgbà ló sọ òdodo. irọ́. àgbààgbà yìí kò mọ̀ wàrà. Is much comfortable for so many people. So, like we were saying, that constitution gave a lot. The 1999 constitution. It has literally dragged everybody backwards. Now, it doesn't matter who you are inside Nigeria. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. That constitution was a big fraud. Those in the north that are always attacking against, observe them. They are more also trapped. Mo sọ nípa àwọn tó wà ní north. Especially those of them that are a little bit, they're elite. They can follow the trend. They know that the constitution does not favor the south and the southeast and the middle belt. But does not mean that they are also enjoying this constitution. But because there's a kind of shenanigans that happens in Nigeria, the moment you can speak Hausa, what do you do? The moment you can speak the Hausa language, you have a leverage, whether you are even a Yoruba person or not. But if truly we want to opt out of Nigeria, we must demand a full referendum to stop. If you're thinking that the international community will come down and stop this on our behalf, they will come down, but not at this stage, because we're still on the stage, probably stage 3. They will come down, but not now. You know why? Because as far as the international community are, we are all okay. But we need to tell them we're not okay. I've got another one to play by the former Senator Adeyeye on the Constitution again. Let's listen to him.
It says unity and faith, peace and progress. The truth is, whatever a man sows,
He must reap.
the same he will reap.
Definitely. There's no doubt about that.
And that goes for a family. That goes for a tribe.
And that goes for a country
That goes for a nation.
like
and
Nigeria.
that goes for a multinational republic such as Nigeria. When a nation or republic cannot keep faith with justice and with the truth, it will never achieve unity. It will never achieve peace. And it will never achieve progress. Mr. President, sir, one of us quoted from this constitution and went ahead to make prescription for how to move forward. I dare to tell this nation today that this is the problem.
The Constitution.
This constitution can never give us progress. This constitution can never give us peace. This constitution can never give us unity.
Never.
And unfortunately, most of us in this national
In that
assembly,
chamber.
we don't have the spine.
They don't have the
That's what
spine.
We need to give this republic to have peace and progress. What do I mean? This constitution has 68 items.
Listen to that.
68 on the exclusive list. This constitution has only 12 on the concurrent list. And those 12 are written so nebulously, so fraudulently, that you know that the intention is to even undermine those concurrent lists. That's why those who want unity and peace in Nigeria must first remember that the name of our republic is not just Nigeria.
It's federal.
The formal name
You see all these conversations like that man is talking about. These are conversations that people have been demanding. That there is just so much impunity, injustice, the marginalization, the degradation, the dehumane. Go and watch the program we did late last night. When I talked about some of our sisters does not even have sanitary pad to use according to the current economic bite. Go and look at it. Have time, sit down and watch the program we did yesterday. Some of you at home, ní owó, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ obìnrin láti ra sanitary pad. You know what sanitary pad is? I talked about it. It was on the BBC during when we were looking at the Nigerian economy. So people are now, because an average woman would need about 8 sanitary pad. Probably maybe in a day or whatever. But an average Nigerian now cannot even afford it because they can't afford it. It's no longer affordable. So some are using rags. Some are using tissue papers. That is where it has get to. And these are the same girls. You will see them. You think that girl where they type, where they abuse you, she not get sanitary pad. I'm sorry to say. That girl that is typing on the keyboard because she thinks she gets more data. Koiki, shut up. Mayegun, shut up. Shut up. You cannot sit down there, the two of you, and be talking nonsense. Kò ní sanitary pad tó ń lò. Ó ń ṣe nǹkan oṣù, but aṣọ ló fi sábẹ́. Go and watch that program we did up to this morning at 3 a.m. when we completed the program. It was a 3 hours broadcast. That goes to the same boy or I don't call you man, because you're all boy. Boy, follow politician. Hey, shut up your mouth. Shut up your mouth there. Yeah, man. Okay, that's fine. I always use the kitchen on Saturday as just for you to know that, look at it. The 2 children could not even complete their cereal. 2 of them. I'm not going to take this one. Nah, why should I want to waste time when I have another fresh milk in the fridge, the cereal up there? This one will be chucked away. This is a breakfast that they had the little they can have. If I force these children to retake this cereal in the afternoon, they will swear for me. They will ask questions. And you, a big man, big woman, you can't ask questions. You can see how stupid you are. If I intend to keep this for this to put mafia, they will first ask me why. The question why is what we have not done for 60 years of that failure independence. And that is because our parents also was part of that. Because not just our parents, even the religious center, don't argue with the leaders. Ah, you are too abusive. Don't abuse the leaders. The leaders that is taking you into a ditch. In a ditch. That's it there. You're going to chuck it away. Because why should I want to keep that when there's still a fresh one? Yeah. Why do I want to keep that? Why do I want to keep that when there's another one? There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. That is it. So ask me why I will keep all this, right, in the house, and then I'll be thinking of how to refeed my children with the one that did not finish in the morning. That means something is wrong with my medulla oblongata. But you now watching me in your house this morning, these are agbado lo fi se gbogbo ton wo yi. Up to this one, agbado lo fi se gbogbo e. Morimbe, my sister, it's been a long time. Iwa Pelwewa, I love that name so much, and a very good supporter of Yoruba Nation, not just on this platform that I'm aware of, on all the platforms as well. Thank you very much. Welcome on board. So look at it now. But your children, a Yoruba son, a Yoruba daughter, an Igbo daughter, Igbo son, even the Hausas, they are all being subjected of not having these in the house. Morimbe Yami, all the way from Canada. Welcome on board. And when you now ask those at home that the reason why you cannot have a varieties of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the old 7 different cereal in your house this morning is because not that you don't have the farmland to grow agbado. Agbado is the most, to buy agbado sile, kia under 3 weeks, the whole field will be full of agbado. But you know what then happened? This government opened up the border, allowed terrorists in the impression of herdsmen. What they did not tell Nigerians is, these are not herdsmen, these are real criminals. That the government decided that, no, we cannot call them terrorists. You must use the word bandit. But bandits now have access to almost every weapon to take down even the helicopter, which was done in Bauchi. Do you know that there was an helicopter that came down in Bauchi? You can see. It's all agbado. So when you at home, watching me right now, do not understand all these, I just want to get your brain to come down and you start asking questions. So that way, to ba ti lọ sí church Lola, tomorrow is Sunday. Ìwọ tó lọ sasala tu leni. Start asking questions. I have a question. Imam, ǹjẹ́ mọ̀ nǹkan kan tó ń pè ní 1914? Kí nìdí tó ṣe kó wa papọ̀? Start asking questions, and that question will become a reaction within that community. You'll be surprised that somebody wants to ask that same question, but they are not bold. They don't have the spine, just like this man was talking. They don't have the spine. And that has been our problem for decades. We don't ask questions. But some of you are now looking at all these influencers on social media, and you are thinking that they will discuss what we are discussing. Why should they discuss it when they are comfortable? Why should somebody like MC Lively talk about what I'm discussing? Even if he wants to. Why do you think he has to? He's a bit comfortable in his own little cocoon. Why do you think Linda Ikeji will be interested to talk about the 1914 amalgamation and the breakup of Nigeria? Linda Ikeji loves the way Nigeria is. It's as simple as that. She once lives in Surulere. I know her very well. Koda, and don't fix the toilet when she was in Surulere. I still have the contact of that person. I'm talking about Linda Ikeji. So why do you think Linda Ikeji cares about you living in that same shit old Surulere when she has moved out of Surulere? She's somewhere living in Banana Island, living in a very exclusive place and enjoying her life. And she can travel all over the world whenever she feels like. But you are so excited. I do that. I go on her page and go and look at her page. Linda. One day, me too, I go be like Linda. Me too, I go be like. It's good to have that. But the system that you have presently will not give you that opportunity. And if you're going to go through that opportunity, not here to point finger at her, but as a woman in that country, you must have to go through a lot. And I'm sure some of you know. I don't want to go into those, you know what I'm talking about, the nitty gritty. I don't want to go into the nitty gritty. But gẹ́gẹ́ bí obìnrin, to become somebody in Nigeria, oh my God, you must give to take. Something must go for something. Abimo paro yami. Ìwà pẹ̀lú ẹwà. But people outside do not need any politician to become a successful entrepreneur. All they need is to have a system in place that they can go to, they can speak to, they can communicate with. And that system is already set up. All they need to do is approach that system. Let's ask this question. We open the phone line in less than 4 minutes. At exactly 11:30, I open the phone line. Do you think in your own mind, those of you, Nigeria, do you think that Nigeria will be a great country? No, is that what you're thinking? That one day Nigeria will become a great country. That Nigeria will be one powerful country competing with the international community. Welcome on board. A very powerful warrior there, Bashiru Mustafa. If you attack me, he will attack you back. I keep saying it. I've never spoken to him. But if you attack KOIKIMEDIA, Bashiru Mustafa will go after you. Not because I sent him. I pity my people. I pity my Yoruba people that lives in denial. Just like that woman that was continuously raped for 6 days when she came to Nigeria in 2018. After 6 days, she became a sexual relic to the terrorists. That is still happening as we speak today. Before the end of next week, I don't want to say today, we will get another news that somebody was kidnapped. It's not those that are being kidnapped alone, even economic-wise. Some of you that send goods back home, some of you that run business in Nigeria, you can ask yourself, is it truly working? Because the impression every Nigerian that goes outside is the moment we live outside the world, our mindset is always, wow, I can go back home and implement these. I can go back home and replicate in Timothy. Okay, I work in the hotel. Somebody like me now. If I wanted to do business in Nigeria, right, I should be thinking of a business within the hospitality industry. But I don't want to know anybody before I set up that business. I want the enabling environment, not the one Pastor Ruga is telling you, But do you think you can get an enabling environment? In and you think people have not attempted, people are still doing business, don't get me wrong. As we speak today, people are still shipping containers, especially the people from the Igbo side, some Yoruba people. I have somebody that is still en route, traveling around the world, that calls me, KOIKIMEDIA, they're doing their business. People are still operating until we finally leave the country. People will still be operating, but the danger is just too much. Because why? Because the player to be does not want you to be like Dangote, does not want you to be like the Otedolas, does not want you to be like the BUA and the rest of their carcass. You saw them in Sokoto. And let me read what Ooni of Ife said on his Instagram, Ojaja II. I picked this up on his page. And that is his page, official page. I'm going to read it out. My mother is confirming that from Canada. The risk is very high. People want to do business in Nigeria. People have invested money in Nigeria, but they never get the returns. You know what? The whole system, including the Nigerians themselves, the whole system is corrupt. I'm sure you've listened to the audio. One woman that went back home and realized that the bank account has been changed by the bank manager. A man's face is there. They probably be withdrawing the money. She was screaming. Let me read what. This is Sokoto, where our Oba Oni Orisha. You can see him there. You can see the guy behind him there now. Just need that picture to do buga. Yesterday, alongside President Muhammadu Buhari and other eminent personalities, not you, across Nigeria, I was filled with admiration at the commissioning of a new line of BUA cement plant in Sokoto with the production capacity of 3 million metric tons. Full stop. Indeed, it is clear that the dedication of our brother, who is our brother? Abdul Samad, through BUA Group, is propelling Nigeria to lead new economic growth. Through exponential job creations in Sokoto. It also holds the key to firmly addressing the complex security challenges of the banditry, insurgency, and other prevailing issues that are confronting us as a nation. So, Ooni of Ife is telling me and you that the 3 million metric tons that was just launched in Sokoto will create job opportunity for you watching me, you at home. Maybe you become their distributor in Yoruba land while they're creating it in Sokoto. You become their driver, that if they employ you, but that's if you survive the terrorist attack that even the king talked about, because he talked about the prevailing challenges, the banditry. What is banditry? These are terrorists. Why are they using the word banditry? Why are they using the word banditry? This investment trajectory is indeed, hear this, a roadmap to fulfilling the recently launched National Development Plan from 2021 to 2025. So they are already launching a National Development Plan that started last year. I hope it gets to your community. I hope this National Development Plan that our king is talking about gets to you as well. I hope all our community will start enjoying this beautiful National Development Plan from 2021 to 2025. That's if you're still alive before then, especially with all the menace happening in that shit old country called Nigeria. Our nation is full of unexploited mineral resources, but they didn't tell you that it's under the federal government, under the 1999 Constitution. Oh no, Fife, don't sorrow you. I'm reading from the Instagram. It's in public domain. You can go and read it as well. I'm not making this up. I'm reading word to word, word for word, them also what was written there. I'm not adding to it. I'm just doing the analysis around it so that we can start understanding where they are and where we are. Our nation is full of unexploited mineral resources in Yoruba land that we cannot access. If we can't add the money that are deposited all over the regions. Ondo, but I can't know about a four Ibẹ̀yẹn tó bá fọwọ́ kàn ìjọba Nàìjíríà ló ní tó bá fọwọ́ kàn lógún state. This is part of that constitution that this man, let me rewind it again. Let me rewind that man just talking about.
And unfortunately, most of us in this National Assembly, we don't have the spine.
We don't have the spine.
That's what we need to give this republic to have peace and progress.
And this, our king is talking about our mineral resources. Mineral resources that are deposited all over the regions, which can initiate new economy, culture, proudly create massive employment opportunities. How come all these have not been done since 1999? If all these that our king is talking about, since 1999 that we came back onto this democracy, so what's your money saying? Ask yourself these questions. Again, I'm still reading from their Instagram handle. Let's go back. Employment opportunity, food stop. Our highest priority must be to boldly anchor a new economic growth outlook by reaffirming Nigeria's position as potentially the most incredible nation that is shaping the fourth industrial revolution, which is benchmarked on technology and innovation. I laugh. There's still more. I'm going to read it. I'm sure some Nigerians are so happy when they read this now. This country, fourth industrial revolution with no electricity. Fourth industrial revolution with no access to the basic things of life. Fourth industrial revolution in Sokoto. Our nation's over 130 million young populations are already in the wave of this movement through their wholesome ingenuity and incredible cutting-edge knowledge skills that is creating new economic benefit that befit our nation and the continent of Africa. Full stop. Do you understand that? Oni ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́. Oni Orisha. Wọ́n bá gbogbo wa sọ̀rọ̀, àwa ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire, because we are part of that ẹni tó ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. That this new cutting edge, this new software, this new technology with no light, with no access to the basic. Ẹlòmíì ní Nàìjíríà nísìn, fóònù tó ń lò ó kàn ra manager ni. Fóònù yẹn ó ti bàjẹ́ ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, èyí máa tàn wá. But Nigerians will read this up. I'm going to give you some of the reactions of the comments as well. I just picked this up this morning. And then I know I said we're going to open the phone line, but let me quickly push this. By drawing on the patriotism, when it comes to patriotism, patriotic, we have to love Nigeria. You know, I'm a true Nigeria. Oh, need to mother. Koiki, shut up. Oh, they were in London. Come on, shut up. Koiki, shut up. Oh, need to sorrow. On it, no matter. Okay, no problem. By drawing on the patriotism and globally entrepreneurial enterprise connection of our young people. So, Nigeria, rather than doing yahoo, you'll be connecting to people outside Nigeria, in America, in Canada, you know, exchanging business ideas. Oh my God. Sure. Through the right policies as a nation. What policy? where you cannot even speak in Nigeria, they will be running after you. Wọ́n lọ invade the list Chief Sunday Igboho. A ti sọ fún kò gbọ́ ni. Route tó fẹ́ gbà yẹn, a ní kó má gba route yẹn kò gbọ́ ni. A ti sọ fún kò gbọ́. But ìtàn fẹ́ ká gbọ́ lélẹ̀. Let's continue. Nigeria can become one of the pillars of the fourth industrial revolution, thereby laying the foundations needed to reproduce in millions the legacies of Abdul Samad, Dangote, Adenuga, Funke Opeke, Otedola, gbogbo àwọn tí máa dárúkọ ẹ̀ náà nìyẹn o. Èmi ò tẹ̀ túmọ̀ pa àwọn kan tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Stella Oketete, Tony Elumelu, Akinwumi Adesina, Amina Mohammed, Pat Utomi, Okonjo Iweala, Benedict Uruma, and several other distinguished Nigerians that are shaping our nations and development. They are shaping it like that, shaping it like that, shaping it like that, shaping it like that. Oh, Nilo Soro Lowo. And I hope you running out of Nigeria. Why do you have to run out? Go back. Because Kabiyesi is up way, we will shape Nigeria. So we should not be outside Nigeria. We should be inside Nigeria. Imagine I'm inside Nigeria talking like this. I'm sure you know what would have happened. Even some of you wanted me to be captured on the 1st of July. Some of you watching. Koiki ò sí níbẹ̀ yẹn. Ìbò ni Koiki wá wà. Rí Koiki. Koiki wọ̀ dárúkọ wọ́n nígbà tó. Look at them. They would have been so happy if I was part of those that were picked up or probably killed. Ẹlòmíì bá pè mí ní Koiki. Ọlọ́mà ló ní kó má sí níbẹ̀ níjọ́ pátápátá wọ́n máa pa mí. Ẹ̀tọ́ bá wá pa mí kọ́. Is that going to be the end of the world? More people will rise up as well. Stupid people. Koiki. Ẹ̀yin náà ẹ lọ Nigeria, ẹ lọ jókòó 6 months. Bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà ṣe jókòó. Ìwọ tó ń wò mí, lọ jókòó. Gbogbo ẹnu mo fi sọ. Lọ jókòó 6 months. Ṣé ìwọ tó ní kí n wálé yẹn wọ́n má worry. Ìwọ tó sọ fẹ́ lómi náà kó wálé kó wá jókòó 6 months. Koiki wọ bẹ nílé ship. Tó bá bẹ nílé ship, máa máa pa mí. Ìtẹ̀fẹ́ sọkọ́ nìyẹn. And then so what? At least my name will be remembered for a very long time. The line is open should you want to call in. +44 75 94 050 979. I'll go slowly. I'm sure the back end team will pin the number down anyway. This investment trajectory is indeed a roadmap to fulfilling the recently launched okay, yeah. Blah blah blah. Like several others who have raised concern, I appeal that we don't have Northerners leading by example by building more industries in the North. Indeed, charity begins at home. And truly, this is the only way that banditry can end. Oh, Nilo Soronye. I pay special tribute to all young Nigerians. You all have my unbroken Ọba Soronye, Baba wa Kábíyèsí, Ọọ̀ni Òrìṣà, ló sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n ní, I pay a special tribute to all young Nigerians. Again, they're calling us Nigerians. But what they never told us is, what is Nigeria? What is Nigeria? What is Nigeria? I pay a special tribute to all young Nigerians. Those of you watching me, you all have my unbroken loyalty. Mo wà loyal sí yín gan, but based on that Nigeria. You all have my unbroken loyalty as I pray for you daily. Mo gbàdúrà fún yín lójoojúmọ́ to form a national chord of unity from the north to the south. From the north to the south. From the north to the south, east to the west, the southeast, till what pa tó tọ́jú. the southwest tí wọ́n jí wa gbé lójoojúmọ́ bàbá wa ní àwọn ṣe àdúrà fún wa daily lójoojúmọ́ kí unity lè wà ìrẹ́pọ̀ lè wà láàrin àwa àtàwọn tó ń jí wa gbé àtàwọn tó ń pa wá àtàwọn tó ń báyàn sùn àtàwọn tó ń jẹyàn lóbú ọ̀fẹ́ and strategically spark the change ó máa spark ó máa lọ pàpàpà iná ẹmọ tí iná bá tàn iná Nàìjíríà tó bá múná lọ báyìí before you know àtúpá gbù gbà yẹn gbogbo wọn ṣe máa ní stabilizer nílé kó má bàbà nǹkan jẹ́ bàbá wa ní ó máa spark wọ́n jíyàn gbé wọ́n jẹ́ ní nǹkan lábẹ́ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ ẹ lọ gbọ́ woman yẹn ojoojúmọ́ ni mo máa play àtẹ̀tí wọ́n ti play ẹyin àjẹ́ ìtújẹ́ ká tún play lánàá lẹ́ẹ̀ni a máa play nígbà tá a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ òtò lálẹ́ òun làbá yóò rán ọmọ akọ́ fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ 2018 wọ́n jẹ woman yẹn ní nǹkan abẹ́ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ wọ́n tún gba 8 million lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ that was 2018 as of today wọ́n sì ń jẹ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ èyí tó jẹ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kò ní pad àwọn tó ń wò mí tó ń type shut up kò ní sanitary pad nídìí aṣọ ló gbé síbẹ̀ ọkọ̀ ó ráyè ra fíyàn kan ra 100 naira Tinubu fún wọn ní 500 naira recharge card. Wọ́n ní it will spark the change that our nation desperately desire. Kí ló ń pè ní desire? Wish. Wọ́n wá ní #EndSARS has taught us that you remain the truth of Nigeria and the nation cannot survive without you. Wọ́n bá wọn EndSARS sọ̀rọ̀. Therefore, our quest to build just, resilient, equitable nation, I'm going to build in Nigeria, will only happen when your pyramid of patriotism, what to padà sórí patriotism yẹn pé ẹ má dá wọn tó ń sọ pé ká break lóhùn patriotism yẹn ni ká ní patriotism fún ìlú yìí ẹ má dá Koiki lóhùn ẹ má dá Mayegun lóhùn ẹ má dá àwọn Yorùbá nation lóhùn ẹ láti nífẹ̀ẹ́ máa ń nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìlú ẹni ẹ mọ̀ pé church a máa sọ yẹn náà mọ́ṣáláṣí a máa sọ yẹn ibi tó bá ti ń sọ tó o bá ti work out owó ọ̀gá ò nìyẹn torí pé tó bá di gbàsgbòs gbogbo wọn ló máa sá lọ. Patriotism is towards Nigeria and not its ethnic sentiment. Wọ́n ní ká má fi ethnic sentiment sí. Má máa sọ pé ìwọ ni Yorùbá, èmi ni ẹ̀yẹ Igbo, èmi ni Shekiri. Ọba ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ o. He's on his Instagram page. Àfi tó bá tún tètè take it down. But they're not going to do so because that is what he believes. That have plugged and set us backwards for decades. Rise up from your differences. Ọba ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́. Approach and be counted because Nigeria is counting on you. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí, wọ́n tó ń wò mí. Ọ̀nà fífẹ́ ní Nigeria is counting on us. Gbogbo wa pátápátá. Nigeria is counting on us. And Africa is waiting on you. They are my 2 cobbles. 2 cobbles meaning yet ma fún yín o. Ẹ̀yin citizen Nigeria. I want to hear your opinion. The comment section is open for debate. Northerners to lead industrial revolution in the north. Hey. That is, I mean, Mokokani. Let's look at some of the comments. And then you can call. Let me see. I'm not sure whether the people have been trying to call. Okay, so far nobody. That's fine. At least I can continue with my read up. Eleni Olayinka Azan 1 on Instagram. Nigerian constitution is not made for Nigerian youth to become great in their KBSC. You said it all. Honestly, those successful people you mentioned their name and including other of them are cabal that is control this country. With all their financial power, they still enslave the poor to build their own empire. Àwọn èèyàn tí ń dá wọn lóhùn. Èmi kọ́ o. Ìwé bá sọ pé Koiki bá sọ̀rọ̀. Ìtọ́ bá sọ lèmi kà síta. Comment àti reaction àwọn èèyàn ni mò ń bá yín kà nísìn. Eléyìí ní James 151313. Please do something about Chief Sunday Igboho. You can say something about Chief Sunday Igboho. About only patriotism in Nigeria. Igboho dẹ̀ fẹ́ Yorùbá nation. A ti sọ fún kò gbọ́ ní o. Èmi kọ́ mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo àná lájọ gbọ́ interview yẹn. I'm sure some of you are excited, is it? That our king have spoken. Eléyìí, long live the king. Èmi náà sọ pé long live the king. Bí ṣe máa ń sọ fún long live Queen Elizabeth. Ìyá Charlie, ojú ayé ẹ̀ ló máa rí gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Fúnmi Adérẹwà ní, this is wonderful. Kábíyèsí, ó tún pàtẹ́wọ́. This inheritance on here, this is wonderful. The patriotism, the unity. Ká má máa lo ethnic, ká máa fi bára wa jà. Pé mi lọ́mọ Yorùbá. British will always tell you, I'm a British. Scottish will say, I'm a Scottish. German, àwọn yẹn tẹ 80 British. Tí wọ́n kọ́tẹ̀ tó kúrò nínú EU, ìwọ lọ sí German kó lọ ná pound sterling fún wa jù sí ẹ lára ni. Eléyìí ni our culture, our future. Kábíyèsí o, ọba tó ju ọba lọ. May you fulfill your good destiny, Kábíyèsí. It is true. What God's word says about child born for signs and wonders, Kábíyèsí. Eléyìí, may you live long. Eléyìí, hope you shall tell them to reduce the cement price, Kábíyèsí. Bẹ́lẹ̀ ń kọ́lé lọ́wọ́. And this is how Nigerians react to that message. You can see that we're in a big mess. Even if it has a different intention that we don't know. The most important thing is when this kind of message goes out there, a lot of Nigerians believe it. A lot of Nigerians agree with it. A lot of Nigerians think that is the right thing. We must be. That's what a lot of Nigerians think. We're going to just have maybe another 10-20 minutes so that we can wind down. There'll be more broadcasts later in the night. So if we have maybe 1 or 2 people that wants to add their own, Baba need 2 kobo. Abi she 2 kobo lock by 1 kobo. So the bar don't know if you add the 1 kobo see or the thing now. So you don't have to agree with me. You can disagree. I love that when people disagree with us. It also helps us to know where we are. But one thing is, the longer we stay in that messed up country, the longer our lives will be mortgaged. And there's no doubt about that. Kábíyèsí consulting one more pé kò lè work bẹ́yẹn. Kò lè work. But a lot of Nigerians think it will work. So the number is out there. There might be no mistake with the number, and let's take this down. But one thing is, let us continue to tell them we are not interested in Nigeria. Nigeria did not work for the generation before them. Why do we think it will work for this generation now? So why do we think it will work? It will never work. Let's take the first call coming through. Hello, caller. Etoniema. Yes, ma'am. Amen. Okay.
Ìkà ajá mọ ọmọ tiẹ̀ fún lọ́mú ọmọ tọmọ lọ́mọ gidi ẹ̀mí ló tiẹ̀ ti rí ẹ̀mí àwòkánu yẹn àbí sọ́tànà kó tó lù ní ọ̀fẹ́ kó wá bá láàfin sáfọ̀ máa rìn káàkiri sójú òkè tí wọ́n ní ṣé wọn tẹ̀lé jókòó nígbà kan àti kan jókòó kan tiẹ̀ rò pé ẹ ti ẹ̀gbọ́n náà nǹkan táwọn ọmọ yìí sọ òótọ́ ni kó ṣáà máa rìn kiri kó máa rìn káàkiri yẹn ó ṣe mọ́ lára ganan ojú òtí wọn o wọn lójú ti rárá tọ́ wọn lójú ti ẹ sọ fún àwọn èèyàn àwọn ọmọ yẹn complain pé ìlú ò dáa wọ́n ń rape àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ń pa wọ́n lọ́tún wọ́n jí wọn gbé lọ́sì yet tí ẹ lè sọ pé nǹkan táwọn ọmọ yìí fẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká tiẹ̀ sọ pé ok ṣebí Yorùbá náà ló sọ pé téèyàn bá mọ ibi tó ti ń bọ̀ àmọ́ tí ò bá mọ ibi tó ń lọ á ṣàmọ ibi tó ti ń bọ̀ á dẹ̀ padà sí ibẹ̀ náà ṣé tipátipá náà fi báyọ̀ ṣe papọ̀ ni.
Okay.
Tipátipá kọ́.
Okay.
Yorùbá àti Igbo, Hausa, Fúlàní, kì í ṣe kankan náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Mi ì dẹ̀rù pé nǹkan tó le dùn ni. Simple question ni kóníkálùkù jókòó kan jókòó pé òkè ààyè mi rèé, ààyè rèé. Ká ṣe lè continue láti máa bára wa ṣe papọ̀ náà ṣe ní gbogbo ẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tẹ́ ẹ bá fà ìyẹn sílẹ̀ tó bá gbé agídí la bá fi lọ ọ̀nà ti dín ní jọ ọ̀ní gan òní lè lọ sí Sokoto mọ́ o ìgbà tó bá rí Sokoto wọn máa gé orí ẹ̀ wọ́n máa lè gbé ẹsẹ̀ wọn pẹ̀lú ẹsẹ̀ òṣì tó fi rìn tó ń faṣọ gbálẹ̀ káàkiri.
Okay. Eshegon, thank you very much for that contribution. All right. Let's take a few more calls. +4475 9405097 is the Saturday broadcast. It's an opportunity. Láti agree, disagree. I need láti bọ́ ọba ẹlẹ́ comment lórí nǹkan tí mo sọ, but I'm sure you understand what I mean. Ẹgbọ́n sókè. Hello, caller.
Yeah, my brother.
Welcome on board.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Papa Femi speaking.
You're live. People can hear you.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing concerning that on this speech.
Okay.
That man is not a man.
Okay.
He's just a politician king.
Okay.
He's a politician king. He's looking for what he will acquire from the politician. He's not governing Oduduwa people.
Okay.
He's just a king on his own, or ordinary king. You know they install him based on political reason. He's not, I don't believe he's a man. He doesn't have sense according to what the woman just said. Because what he's just been moving from one place and the other. And even though I look at this man also, what's called David Momodu, is coming for president too. Yeah. Everywhere, it's just like to be eating everywhere, all around the world. They don't have sense. They don't just sit down and think how to escape our people away from what is coming. They don't know what is coming now.
Okay.
These people are not there for us. They are looking at their own. They are moving around because of their own interests. They are not after the masses.
Okay.
That's what I don't want to. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
My brother. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate everybody that have joined us as well, and we can only appreciate you all more for the time spent, especially in Nigeria. We are spending money for the data. It's not free. My internet is not free. But the most important thing is let us appreciate those at home, because mine, I can still use it. I'm looking for that among Daily Momodu's page, and I'm looking for that interview he gave to Arise regarding the selection process of an election in Nigeria. And now he's out there telling Nigerians that, he wants to be the president under PDP, a fraudulent party. And you're on the right to, have your views on this. You can call in. The number is already out there and it's pinned. And tell our Instagram. The number is +4475 9405097. I appreciate every single one of you. And like I always say, we are not here, to attack any of the Yorubas at home that still believe in these political parties. But we just want them to realize that the reality is Nigeria will never be great. It doesn't matter whatever they tell you. Okay, I think I've picked up that interview. I won't know which one until I click on it. There's a book I love to quote, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to try. Okay, already Arise, Nick, not even on the one he did with my friend, Seun Akinbaloye, a very, very good friend. I love Seun Akinbaloye very well. I mean, he can only do his little. Okay, I think it might be this one. Let's hear this first.
That the excuse that will be used in 2023 is that you people didn't offer yourselves, so we use those who are available.
No, this is not that one. There was one that he said, okay, let's say this one.
And the 80s. In fact, he was the leader of the Mines Union. But it's good you talked about oppression. I think it was Stephen Biko.
No, not this one. Maybe it's
I wanted him to talk about those he described on Saturday as the owners of Nigeria. I thought that this country belonged to all of us. Yes, you see, you have to know your history. In 1998-99, me, I'm one person the people of Port Harcourt called Otoknadu. I don't just talk. Most Nigerians talk, they don't act. I act. In 1998-99, I was supporting Chief Olufalaye against Chief Obasanjo and a retired army general. I thought Chief Olufalaye, as a banker and economist, would be able to handle Nigeria better. I then suggested to Chief that please, if you are picking your running mate, pick a cerebral northerner. And he asked me, who do I have in mind? And I mentioned Dr. Rinwan Lukman, who was at UPEC. I was 38 years old. And I spent my own resources, traveled to Vienna to meet with Dr. Rinwan Lukman, who then gave me that insight into the owners of Nigeria. He said, what have you come to do? I said, sir, we want you to be running mate to Chief Alaye. Then he laughed. Then when he calmed down, he said, Dele, thank you so much for considering me, but I can't. I said, why not? He said, because the owners of Nigeria have decided they want Obasanjo. I said, are we not going to have elections? He said, no, it's not by elections.
It never was it?
You will not, and he mentioned their names. Of all the names he mentioned, only one. They've been alive. And I believe God has preserved them till today so that they will see a change in Nigeria. That's why I appealed to them last Saturday. The only person who has departed us, God bless his soul, is General Wushishi. All the others, General Obasanjo, General Salami Abubakar, General Ibrahim Babangida, Lieutenant General Ali Gusu, Lieutenant General T.Y. Danjuma, they're all around. And I'm sure they too must be tired of what they are saying. So my appeal to them is very genuine, very sincere, very patriotic, that please, we know you have the power. I'm sure you heard the story, even in 2018, 2019, that PDP was almost picking my brother, Tambua, and suddenly the owners of Nigeria intervened and said they preferred Atiku, and that's why Atiku emerged. So you have to understand, a lot of people walk on the street and go and get PVC. I was at an event in Sheraton last night, and they were talking. I said, no, it's not about getting PVC yet. It's about getting the right candidates. Let the young Nigerians fight for the two parties.
Right.
What I'm doing now is to practice what I preach.
But I'm sure you're preaching to the converted. And many of us know about the owners of Nigeria.
Somebody said, I hope Koiki is not sick. There's nothing wrong with me. The reason I'm using glasses, I spent so much time according to my optician. So I need to put on glasses because it's going to have less effect on the eyes in the long run. So I'm not somebody that fancy putting on glasses. But because of the nature of the job now, we're spending more time on the screen. Whether I'm reading the comment or not, I'm on the screen. So that means, you finished? You want more? Go and call everyone, call Abeshe. Because you're innocent. So I'm fit. You know, so don't be surprised. Maybe somebody's like, you know, to quick to wear glasses. You know, it just helped the eyes. I'm sure you all remember I went to that optician in November. And I did a live broadcast from there. And everything is fine. You know, perfectly okay. At least if you access Latin to see optician. How many Nigerians are going up now with their eyes on? They can't see anything. Blind eyes is. Anyway, I'm sure we've done enough today. Maybe we should leave it till afternoon again when we come back later in the night rather. So that we can all go and relax. And I'm sure the real owner of Nigeria.
Make my president.
Mumbo. Look where Gwawakwashe. Omodua. Do you want us to sing now? Are you going to sing? Yeah, sing for me. Let me hear you. Wa funle wa forile ede wa kagbe ìwọ te mo ko dada ju àbúrò ẹ lọ yẹn mo. Ó yá kagbega faleri ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bati bẹ̀rù làbọ̀. All right, when I'm going to finish, we sing it together. So, Dele Momodu, Bob D, I call him. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tata. Ó mọ̀ mí dáadáa. But he knows that he's not. He's just playing the minds of Nigerians. I want to be president. Koiki, you have to use it because of the system you're using. Oh, yeah, very, very important. You know, so the advice is I should use, you know, glasses. She expect, you know, this one is just a temporary one. So I'm still going to get the, you know, the one they're working on. So that one should be out soon. But at least it makes everything big. Everything is just big. All the comments is big now. I can read everything. So my sister, don't be surprised. You know, putting on the glasses is just for my own safety in the long run. Especially with this Yoruba nation now, we're spending more time and time. You know, so always wear the glasses, please. We need you to preserve your sight well. Yes, thank you very much, my big sister. So let us continue. The gospel truth. We're not sitting here to tell people to go and get AK-47, a bomb, blow everywhere. No. But I want to log bomb up. In the long run, we will have to defend ourselves. The KBC spoke his mind. It might not be his intention, but I'm sure, you know, you all know what it is. Have a very good afternoon. We love you all from this platform. We'll be back again, definitely. If you're still finding me on YouTube, you won't until, I think, Tuesday. We should be back. We were suspended for about 2 weeks. We should be back by God's grace on Tuesday. The video that will be uploaded as quickly as possible for the benefit of those of you that just love to watch it on the YouTube. You know, one thing is, the Yorubas have spoken, and we will continue to speak out against the injustice, the crime against humanity, and to rescue our people from the savage of those that wants to keep us in that ditch. We want to come out of that ditch. So let's play our anthem so that I can go and relax. It's a Saturday. I have a couple of things to do behind the scene. But one thing you should always remember, whether I'm live or not, Yoruba Nation is not going back. We receive calls throughout. You know, if you try to call, be patient. We will pick up the call. info@KOIKIMEDIA is the email address. Tinubu, whether is going to run or hide, Koiki will be running after you as well. I'll be out looking for him. But I'm not going to give them when. But definitely they know that. They said he's here for a meeting and all that. I hope he's not here. I'm coming. I hope he's not here to come and sell us back to the empire. So we must stop everything. So let's play the anthem. I say good afternoon. Yoruba Nation, no going back. Have a very good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Bye from this end.